Alright, so I've got myself in a little sticky situation here. Basically just the rear wheels come off and I haven't caught it early enough, so I've ended up on this rather uncomfortable angle. Stop the tractor, drop all your gear, and get off and go and have a coffee. If you've got any adrenaline in your system, you really need to just let that wash out, otherwise you're not going to be thinking clearly and you're going to do something silly. It hasn't slipped into this position. I've actually driven it into this position through just not being super attentive. Basically I've just reversed, that wheel's gone down a bit, and instead of just coming straight back forward, I've tried to turn out of it, and as I've turned out of it, my front outside wheels dropped off the edge, then I'm on an angle, and then it's just all silly. So a bunch of lessons there for anyone who's getting into this. But we're on about 25, 26 degree angle here at the moment, and I think, 30 degrees I'd be gone, so we're quite close to the edge. The part that really worries me is the fact that the centre of the tread is not really in contact with the ground. So I've gone quite a long way. So I'm going to secure the tractor to the car. That'll just give me a bit of stability. And then my solution to get out is actually to dig out this front and rear wheel on this side. So I'm just going to dig that down, just get level. If I have to dig myself all the way to reverse out, so be it. There's no point taking risks just to get out of here quickly. If I'm here all day just to do this, then so be it. It's a strong lesson. Let's get some security. So I'm going to this high point because that's the bit that I'm trying to prevent from rolling. If I go to the low point, it's just going to flip. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the car up. I'm actually going to go to the outside toe point on the car, so that I've got this really strong angle, and I'll be able to sort of lean back on that just a little bit, make sure she's super tight while I do this digging. Alright, so we're all set up. Got a back up on the winch and parking brakes off, and I'm just going to try and winch it super slowly to see if I can get that rear wheel to drop into that hole. So I've got to go about a foot. We'll see how we go. Just going. There goes the front wheel. Beautiful. Well, look, we're slightly better than we were. Into the front wheel's now in that hole, so I've lost that, but the back wheel's not. So I'm just going to have to keep digging, and we'll just keep pulling. I might try and get this dirt out of the bucket as well. Yeah, we'll just have to keep edging it back slowly. All right, so the next phase of the operation is we've dragged back and we've got that front wheel a bit better. The back wheel didn't drop in, and that was just because of the pull angle. It was too much backwards, not enough this way. So the next thing is we're going to try and roll forward by about that foot, get this rear tyre hopefully drop in this hole. I've got to dig it out a bit more and dig out the front. So we're just going to roll forward a little bit, get a little bit more settled, then we'll be able to go back, and it's just a back and forth, moving feet at the time. You know, there's no rush here. Like I said, if it takes all day. Also going to move a bunch of this soil downhill to start trying to lift those downhill wheels. As I roll forward, hopefully they'll rise up a little bit, and then we'll roll back and come up a little bit. We'll just do that until we're basically level enough that I can either drive forward or probably more likely reverse out. As soon as I get that rear downhill wheel up a bit more level, you know, all the weights at the rear, we should be good. But yeah, still plenty of work to do. We're only barely out. All right, downhill side. You can see there's just no structure here for this tyre, but there is some wood here, which is lucky. What I'm going to do is just shovel this. Now I should say, before coming on this side, I've put that strap back on the car, so if it does decide to go, it's got to take, you know, 2.5 ton car with it, which shouldn't happen. But yeah, working on the downhill side of an unstable tractor, certainly want to take a couple of precautions. So all I want to do here is just creep ever so gently forward, see if I can get that rear tyre to drop in. It does not feel good. Might be lunchtime. Come back to this after a rest and some lunch. Alright, so the plan now is I'll bring the car forward a little bit, and then basically I'm going to winch drive and just try and basically reverse up. So I think we're pretty close. This rain's not helping. If it rains any harder, I'm going to have to give it up for the day. Not a lot of progress. we are making some progress. This doesn't look great, but actually it's a better position than I was in. I'm probably still on that pretty strong angle, but the angle's now sort of to the starboard bow as opposed to the starboard beam. So I'm actually leaning into that front right tyre, which is better than leaning into the rear right tyre. So my plan here is to basically really dig out this rear tyre, dig out the front tyre as well, and then get some soil over to that front right tyre, and then basically just roll backwards, or drive backwards, I'm not going to roll, and get into here. And once I've got my tyre in here, I know I'm good. All my efforts so far, every time I try to move, I'm actually sort of just tracking that way. So I move and basically we just slide that way. But I am managing to bring myself around. If I can get facing up down slope, it's not great, but I can do something with it, because I'm not likely to roll head over heels or roll backwards. So even if I'm in there and I have to drive down the hill a bit, drop the blade in, cut this hill away, so be it. It's anything's better than being on a roll angle. That's really unstable. So keep going, more to go, we'll get there. As a side note, look at what this ground is. It's just beautiful, this beautiful gravel around clay. I mean, like, as a road base, you really couldn't ask for anything better. So yeah, it's going to be an excellent road once I get the tractor out. Alright, that worked okay. Geez, I'm close. I'll keep digging out that other wheel, put more under the front, and just slowly bring this baby back. Oh, what a long day and what a lesson. Lots of lessons. We're into the home stretch now, so I'm just going to dig out this bit where so the front left wheel doesn't rise up, it gets a smooth exit, and dig out this a little bit more so we get a smooth exit, we don't get a big rise up. So yeah, getting close. I think I could probably just drive it out from here, but it's taken that long to get it to here. I'm not going to risk it for the sake of another half an hour of digging, so we'll just dig out. Well, nice to know that I can do that if I have to, but oh geez, I don't really want to have to do that again. I think I just underestimated how steep this got along here, and I just haven't been cutting it enough. I've just got to, you know, probably tomorrow, the next day that I'm up here, I'll probably take a day off. I've just got to go much wider here, and just really stick in my cut path. I just can't risk that again. That's, you know, that was pretty dodgy. I think we'll call that a day. Take the car back, take the tractor back, go for a swim.